Yesterday, I got called old on Instagram, and it was meant to be an insult. But the joke's on that idiot because I don't think being called old is actually a an insult. It's a compliment. And I talk about the brainwashing that we all go through, and this is a perfect example. My name is Celeste, and I am here to talk about the brainwashing that's my cat. The brainwashing that goes on regarding aging. Okay, in many societies, aging is considered like so valuable that they have such respect for the elders. Not in the United States. It is considered ugly and it's considered worthless, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And the thing is, we have all bought into it. But I'm especially talking to women right now because we have been severely brainwashed to think that our youth and beauty is what's valuable. And we all know, like any Gen Xer knows, we're so much more confident now, we're smarter now than when we were youthful and beautiful. And by the way, beauty truly is in the eyes of the beholder. I think older women are beautiful, and because the life experience shows. And why are you trying to constantly look like you're in your 20s or 30s? That ends up really looking ridiculous because guess what? Age gets us all in the end. Like the getting older, you may be able to shave off. Sorry about this. You may be able to shave off a few years with plastic surgery or injectables or whatever, but ultimately you're going to still end up looking like an old lady, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm here to tell you. Aging is an amazing thing, and I think it was David Bowie who said, and I'm paraphrasing, aging is an amazing process to where you become the person that you were always meant to be. And it's so true. Like, sure, do I miss like the physicality of like I used to be a dancer and all the things I could do physically? Yes, I miss that. But do I miss the bad decisions I made, the impulsive decisions, here's what's great. When you get older, you stop wasting your time on bullshit. Really. You don't get into the arguments. You start to realize what's worth your time, what's worth your energy. So you choose your battles. You don't just get into stupid, ridiculous arguments about stupid, ridiculous things. So for someone to call you old, that's just proof of how brainwashed that idiot is to think that that is an insult. We should be grateful for every day we have. You know what I mean? So getting older, that's a privilege. There are people who die at very young ages that don't have that privilege of getting old. And I've mentioned before in my videos that I grew up in a funeral home. So I saw people die at all different stages of their lives. And growing old is a privilege. So don't ever think that getting old is not a beautiful thing or is not an incredible experience, because the wisdom that we gain, that is where the value is. And so that idiot who called me old trying to insult me clearly has been brainwashed to think like, oh, that's insulting, calling someone old. So, and first of all, people who go just to hop on other people's posts to try to insult them are just miserable. And I told him that. I'm like, you're just out there making the world a shittier place. And by the way, that was in response to me calling out 4 male comedians who are just like, ew. And I'll name them again. Jerry Seinfeld, Bill Maher, just gross because of their stance on what we're not allowed to talk about. Nate Bargatze, who we recently found out was MAGA, very disappointing. And of course, Louis C.K., who is gross because we found out that he liked to masturbate in front of people. And here's what I want to say about that. I wish that I could meet him in person and just say, you know what, did you ever watch yourself do that? Because if so, I guarantee you wouldn't ask if anybody wants to watch you do that. Nobody wants to watch you do that. So I was calling out men for being gross, and here comes a man who doesn't know me, who's trying to insult me by calling me old. I mean, are you kidding? That's the kind of moron I don't spend time on. I mean, I of course told him he had a micro penis because any guy who's going to go try to insult a woman who for no reason and tries to do it by calling me old, you're an idiot. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on you, but I will tell you that you have a micro penis, and that's the only reason why you would try to purposely offend or insult a woman. And I don't get offended easily. Anyway, I get irritated quickly, but I do not get offended easily. So I am just here to tell all the ladies to stop chasing youth and beauty. That is a bullshit standard that PDF files came up with that are not, it's a bullshit standard. The real beauty is aging, the wisdom, the experience. That's the value. And don't waste your time trying to chase. I mean, yeah, sure, we all want our skin to look nice. We all want to wish we could preserve that beauty, but that's not the reality. So why fight it? Why like try so hard? I'm doing everything I can to look, 10 years younger? Most of that's genes anyway. No joke. Like that is really, so much of it is genetics. And, you can do so much to take care of your skin and, drink lots of water, stay away from smoking and all that. But, in the end, your genes are going to really dictate how well you age. And there's only so much you can do. So enjoy the aging process. Take pleasure in how much wiser you are than when you were young, and that you're hopefully not making the same stupid decisions that I know I made when I was young. And for all the people out there that are going to try to insult women, especially by calling them old, don't waste your time. It's not an insult. It's a gift. If you like this video, like it, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time.